You know, one of these days, I'm going to remember to actually bring everything I need. You just watch. You just watch. It's going to be a monumentous occasion. Hey guys, it's Ben. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. As you can tell, there, I got more supplies. I'm going to lay some more blocks today, but I think what I'm going to have to do first is explain myself. You see, I have a confession to make. I made a mistake. Let's talk about it. I'll show you what my mistake was, but I kind of want to explain it, and maybe I'll mesh these two things together. The long side of this structure that I'm building is 24 feet. 24 feet is a nice even number that is conveniently divisible by 16 inches. It will give you 18 blocks that are exactly 16 inches. But mine did not line up to 16 inches. You might be thinking to yourself, okay, 24 feet divided by 16 inches gives you exactly 18 blocks. What's the problem, Ben? So if you were to take a 16-inch block and a 16-inch block on the opposite side, those are your corners, and then you just put them at every 16-inch increment, and you got room in between for your mortars, right? Everything's fine, perfectly good. That's exactly what I did. Except I have a step down in my footers. So now you might see what the problem is. As I'm building these blocks to come up to each other, they're going to meet nose to nose on different levels. That's not what we want. So now I'm going to have a weird little mini block there. And this is not going to affect the structure of the building. It is almost irrelevant. I can recover from this. I'm not going to tear anything down because of it. It's just, it could have been better. But you know what? It's mistakes that you make when you're doing this kind of stuff for the first time. I'm going to try very hard not to beat myself up too much about it, but it is super frustrating because now I'm going to be staring at that thing for the rest of my life. I'll put a beer cooler or something in front of it, and then no one will ever see it. Maybe I'll use that little half block to run any plumbing or something if I need to. Here, let me go show you what I'm talking about. Ugh. So here you go. That bottom block pointing in that direction, right? And we're walking. Oh, we stepped up right here, and we continue to walk down this wall to this block that is also pointing in that direction. And if this was all on one straight run, we'd be perfectly fine. But now I have a block and a half hole here. Luckily, from probably the last video, you saw I had to chip this block to fill in a little gap here for the step up. I'm just going to use the rest of that to fill this hole. However, I don't want to chip it because then it's going to look ugly. It's going to take way too long for me to sit there and try to clean one block up. So I brought a new toy today. I got it specifically for this project, but also really for the rest of the project, not just building this. Here, let me show you what I got. Oh boy, we're in the big leagues now, fellas. I got a Bluetti. This is the AC180, and I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to use this to run some power tools in short bursts. Things like compressors, or run my circular saw so that I can get a nice clean cut on some of these bricks. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Running out of time here. You know, one of these days, I'm going to remember to actually bring everything I need. You just watch. You just watch. It's going to be a monumentous occasion. I bring electronic tools and no extension cord. Thankfully, the Bluetti is light enough that I can carry it around. I was hoping to just leave it on the bed of the truck and run an extension cord, but it's not too heavy, so I'm just going to have to keep it close today. All right, I got ear protection. I got some eye protection. What am I missing? Let me go get a mask. That's probably good. It's working. All right. That worked awesome. It didn't even hiccup. It just took that circular saw like I was plugged into a wall outlet. That's fantastic. I'm super excited about this. If it can run the circular saw, which is about a 13 amp saw, if it can run that, I'm sure it can run a compressor, which probably is only about 8 amps, 6 or 8 amps. Small compressor, a little pancake one. So that's good news. We're in business, fellas. We're in business. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some blocks down, and then I'll try to get some progress done here. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Let's do that again.